guys, Heathway here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 Ultimate Team video. Today, I'm going to bring you guys another video on FUT Birthday. Now, I actually made a video yesterday on the best investments that you can pick up for FUT Birthday, and there is still plenty of time to do that, as it does come out on the 31st of March. So if you guys do want to go and get some investments and make some really good profit for FUT Birthday, I'll leave an annotation in the top right hand corner of the video, and you can go and check out a video that I did yesterday on the best FUT Birthday investments. So I definitely recommend you guys going and checking that video out before this one, as in this video right here, I'll be showing you guys when to buy your investments if you haven't already, when to sell those investments. There are two different times to sell your investments, and neither of them are when the SBCs immediately come out. That's when a lot of people sell their cards, and that's a real mistake, because you can make a lot more profit if you either wait or if you sell them before the SBCs come out. And also, there's going to be a huge market crash during FUT Birthday, so I'm going to show you guys which players to buy and when to buy those cards, as that's, again, something that not many people seem to know about. A lot of people just go and buy cards for the wrong prices and end up not being able to maximize their profit. And finally, I'm going to show you guys how to prepare for the market crash, so when to sell any cards you have in your club right now, what cards you do want to sell, because some of them you'll want to keep for potential squad builder challenges, some of them won't really drop down in price, some of them will rise in price, but quite a few cards will drop down in price, so I will cover those in this video here so you guys know which cards to sell and when to sell them, so you have the most coins you have ready for FUT Birthday, so you can make some good investments and make some coins. So without further ado, let's go on into the video. Leave a like if you don't want to see more content like this on my channel, subscribe if you're new around here, and without further ado, let's go on into the video. So first up, I'm going to be showing you guys my club, and I'll be showing you which players I'm going to be selling on, which players I've already sold on, and which players I'm going to be keeping. Now, what I would recommend doing is selling any expensive informs that you don't really use that aren't investments, so that you have the most coins available for investing and for maybe doing SBCs and anything like that during FUT Birthday. So I'd recommend maybe if you have like a really expensive inform Lukaku, for example, who you're not planning on using too much in any of your teams, I would sell those cards on. I have a lot of investments, longer term investments, which I'm keeping, and I have a lot of inform investments for any SBCs. We could see people like Skirtle, for example. I've got informs like that, but I don't really have any really expensive informs in my club that I use in any teams. No one here really goes for more than about 25 or 30,000 coins. I am keeping all of my one to watch guys. I have a load of them on my transfer list, but most of the informs you guys can see here are either ones I'm using in videos coming up pretty soon. They're investments, for example, for Player of the Month with people like Llorente and Lanzini, or they're high rated and cheap inform investments like Jorgensen and Heaton, people like that who I'm investing in for any SBCs we could see potentially during FUT Birthday. One to watch cards though, their prices aren't really going to be affected, so I'm not really going to be selling them, I'm just keeping them. These man of the match cards here, I'm also going to be keeping in case there's any SBCs needing those. But as you see, I don't really have any really expensive informs. I've got a lot of discard price ones, and these cards, they're not going to be affected at all by any SBCs that come out, unless there is potentially one that needs a lot of informs, in which case some of these cards may go up in price. So if you do have any just cheap informs that you don't really bother about using in your teams or anything like that, but they aren't really worth too much, then I would recommend just keeping them in your club. It's not too important. But as you see here, I actually have no really expensive gold cards, no Agueros, no Messis, Ronaldos, anyone like that, and I've cleared out my club of all those players. I used to have a first owner Messi, I sold him on. I used to have a lot of expensive players and have sold those cards, so my most expensive gold card is worth about 10,000 coins. So I would recommend selling any expensive gold cards that you have, because their prices will drop down as they'll be packed a lot during FUT Birthday. There'll be a lot of promo packs, and those cards will drop in price. The only ones I really have, a few players that I like using a lot that I have as first owners, so Company, as a Man City fan, I don't really want to sell that card. It's a first owner player who I use a lot in my main team anyway, so I won't be selling him. These cards here, like Bravo, Navas, these are all investments for any SBCs we could potentially see, and then we've got a lot of 84 cards. I've got a few people like Mertens. If you do have someone like Mertens, I would recommend selling him. But he is someone I use in my main team, so I don't particularly want to sell him, but his price will probably drop from like 12k to maybe around about 9, maybe 8,000 coins when any SBCs come out. But I would recommend keeping hold of your 84 and also 85 and 83 rated players who aren't that expensive. So if you have any of the cheaper ones like this, I would recommend just keeping hold of them. Maybe if you have someone like Douglas Costa though, an 84 rated player with a bit of value, anyone who goes for around 10,000 coins or more, I'd recommend selling those cards, as they will be packed and their prices will drop down. But if you have any of the cheaper ones like Rui Patricio, Glick, any of the cards you guys can see here, I'd recommend keeping them, as any SBCs that come out, their prices are very likely to rise up in value. So if you do have anyone like this, I would recommend just keeping hold of them. Maybe if you have someone like Felipe Luis though, who's around 12 or 13,000 coins, I would recommend selling those cards on, as their prices won't go up too much if an SBC comes out, and their prices will actually drop down because they'll be packed a lot and there'll be more on the market, so the price will drop. But as you see, I don't really have any expensive players, and also I don't have anyone like Martial or anyone like that. I'd recommend selling any lower rated expensive players you have, so Kante, Martial, Vardy, Bellerin, Walker, all those type of cards there, because they will be packed a lot and those lower rated cards will drop down a lot in price. You'll see someone like Martial go from about 13k down to probably around 10,000 coins, maybe even less. So as you see here in my club, I don't have any cards like that. I do have a few 82s and 81 rated cards, and they're all very, very cheap cards, and they don't really have any value at all, and their prices won't drop down too much. But if you guys do want to really maximize your profit, you could potentially sell people like Clichy. Right now you can sell someone like Clichy for around 1.2, 1.3k, and his price will drop down to maybe 900 or 800 coins during FUT birthday. So if you guys do want to really maximize your coins and you have a lot of space on your transfer list, you can sell people like Clichy. I obviously have a lot of coins, so I don't mind too much about that, but you can sell someone like Clichy and then buy them back during FUT birthday when a lot of packs are going to be out. And on the subject of buying your cards, you want to be buying any cards during FUT birthday when the lightning rounds are. I'd recommend waiting before kind of going out and buying the cards. Don't instantly buy them as soon as FUT birthday comes out. I'd recommend if you want to pick up any inform cards as investments, because during FUT birthday there will be a lot of informs in packs. Loads of them will be getting packed. There could be guaranteed team of the week SBCs, meaning more will come out. So if there's any maybe 84, 85 rated informs that are pretty cheap, I'd recommend picking them up because they will be very, very cheap, a lot cheaper than normal. They will be from international games, so there is still going to be a team of the week. There'll be a lot of cards like that. I will be doing videos though throughout FUT birthday covering the cards to invest in, so stay tuned for that. Those will be coming out when FUT birthday does actually come out. But you do want to go and pick up those informs there, preferably around about Friday, as that is when FUT Champions rewards come out, and that's when a lot of those will be packed. And also around about 6 PM, 8 PM, 7 PM, those kind of times there in the evening when lightning rounds come out, if 100k packs, 125k packs, even 50k packs come out, a lot of cards will get packed, and a lot of cards will end up being listed up on the market. And that's a great time to go and get any investments, especially with inform cards. So I would recommend picking up some inform cards, some of the higher rated and cheaper ones during FUT birthday. And also you can go and get people like Martial, those cards there that are quite expensive but quite low rated. So Kante is a good one, Martial, players like that, as they'll be packed a lot and their value is going to be quite low and will then rise up again after FUT birthday. So if you don't want to sell cards like that, you can buy them back during lightning rounds. That's when they're going to be at their cheapest. So if you look at my transfer list right now, I've sold on a lot of my silver investments that I had for League SBCs, like the Saudi League SBCs and also the Premier League ones, as these cards will be packed, as a lot of packs will be opened and their prices are going to drop down. So I thought right now is a good time to sell those. Also cards like Rakitic, I had him in my club, never really used him, bit of a pointless card since I never really used him in my club. There's no point just having him there, so I sold him on. And the only cards I really have left are either cards I use a lot or they're higher rated cards like 84s and 83s that I'm going to be using for SBCs. Dembele, for example, he's an 82 rated card, he'll get packed a lot, so I'm just going to be selling him on very, very soon. I'll probably sell him on after this video, so he's one I'll be selling on. I do have a few investments for a Bundesliga League SBC that will be coming out pretty soon. People like Florenzi, he right now goes for around 2.5k, and I can sell him on right now for around 2,500 coins. If I wait, his price will drop down to like 1,000 coins or so, so he's a good one to sell on. Klein as well. The only ones I really have left are investments. Anyone else I will be selling on. Bellerin, he's another one. He'll get packed a lot. His price will drop down. So he's a good investment to pick up during FUT birthday, as is anyone like Dembele. The cards you'll be selling now, you want to buy back during that period, during FUT birthday, as their prices will drop down. Kante is another one I'll be selling. Martial I'll be selling in just a couple of minutes as well. All those cards there are the ones I am keeping though. They are the one to watch cards. Now the reason I don't have like millions of coins available, which I'd recommend having as many coins as you do available, really get as many coins as you can available to invest and pick up cards during FUT birthday to do SBCs. I would recommend doing that, but my coins are currently just based on these one to watch cards. I have around about 1 million coins worth of these in total, including some of my transfer targets as well that I've won on bid, and I'm going to be selling these on the weekend, and that will get me some good profits on these cards, looking at around 5 to 10k on each card. So I will be making some good profit on these, but on the weekend I will have a lot more coins. But I think with a lot of you guys, you won't have as many one to watch investments as me, so it should be fine. You just want to be selling on a lot of your cards though, so you have a good amount of coins to do SBCs and to just generally invest and make good coins in the future during FUT birthday. Now next up, for investments that you can make for FUT birthday, so before any SBCs come out before the 31st of March, in the week or so we have leading up to when FUT birthday is obviously coming out, which is going to be next Friday. So you guys will want to know when to buy your investments and when to sell them. So buying them, I'd recommend doing them pretty much as soon as you can, because the prices are going to be rising up. If you guys are watching this maybe though on a Tuesday, for example, wait until Wednesday as a new team of the week will come out and people will be opening packs. But if you're watching this when I'm uploading this video, which is on a Sunday, if you're watching on a Monday as well, I would recommend going and buying cards. If you're watching on a Thursday as well, go and get some cards as early as possible. You just want to get the cards as soon as possible because their prices will be rising up as people go and start picking picking up their investments. So you want to get them as early as possible. Maybe on Wednesday would be a good time if you're watching this a little bit later in the week, but if you're watching it Sunday or Monday, I'd recommend definitely just picking them up as soon as you can. And you do want to go and get 84, 83 rated cards. I did show these in the video that I did earlier on. I did tell you guys to go and check out. I left an annotation earlier on in the video. I'll leave a link down below as well. I would definitely recommend going and checking out, as it does show all the best investments that you guys can pick up. And then to sell those investments, that's where it gets a bit tricky, because a lot of people think to sell the investments as soon as an SBC comes out. But on screen right now, I've put a big shot of 2 player prices, and that is Pepe Reina and Joe Hart, 284 rated cards. Very popular in SBCs, and these are for the one to watch score challenges. You guys can see their prices, and when the SBCs first came out, the prices actually went up by like 200 coins or so from the prices they were going for before the SBCs, and that is because so many people who'd been investing in these cards panic sold them. They dumped them all on the market. There were so many cards on the market, their prices just didn't go up. And that meant that if you sold your cards there, you'd be making very, very minimal profit. So what I'd recommend doing is not selling as soon as an SBC comes out. I'd recommend if it's maybe a week-long SBC, for example, a guaranteed Team of the Week score challenge, don't go and instantly sell your cards. You can see on the screen right now with the 2 graphs, it took around 2 days for the player prices to go up. To begin with, Hart was going for around 2,500 coins, and his price stayed like that, but it actually went up to around 4.5k after 2 days, and that's just because everyone panic sold their cards immediately, and then they just got rarer and rarer as less people were selling them on, more people were going and using them in SBCs, and it meant the prices went up. So I'd recommend waiting at least a day or so before selling on your investments. Their prices will rise up, and you can definitely make a lot more coins by doing that, as then you'll be selling your cards after everyone else has started to sell them. And it means they're going to be rarer on the market, and they will be a lot more expensive. So definitely wait a few days before selling on your investments. You can also sell before any score challenges come out. That's going to give you some guaranteed profit. So it's up to you which one you want to do. Either wait, and you can just wait 2 days or so. You can make a lot more profit, but if there isn't an SBC, for example, you're going to be losing out. Or you can sell on before the SBCs come out, and that means even if there aren't any score challenges, you'll make guaranteed profit, as the prices will have already gone up. Although, if you do go and get your investments, I'd say within the next kind of week or so before FUT birthday, the price is already quite high, so you won't be making too much profit. Maybe if you invested last week and the cards were a lot cheaper, then maybe selling a couple of days before any score challenge come out, so potentially Wednesday or Thursday, could be a more viable option. But again, if you do go and invest in them this week, I wouldn't really recommend selling on your investments before FUT birthday, because you won't be making too much profit. So I would recommend just keeping hold of them if you do invest this week, and just wait, and if an SBC comes out, you make some really good profit. So it really is up to you guys if you want to take a small amount of profit, but with no risk at all by selling before any SBCs come out, or if you want to sell after an SBC comes out with a bit more risk, because obviously it couldn't come out and you may end up losing out on coins, but then if it does, you will make a lot more. I would recommend, though, as I said, waiting a couple of days before selling on your investments. And if you do want to do any SBCs, then the best time to do that is in the first kind of day or so, as that's when loads of people are going to be listing their cards up on the market. It's a great time to snipe cards as well, as people will be undercutting them on the market, so you've got plenty of time to go and pick up the cards very cheaply and do the SBCs cheaply, as their prices will rise up. The only time where I'd recommend selling your cards quickly is if there is an SBC that only lasts, for example, 24 hours, like we saw during FUTmas for specific cards. If we do have any SBCs for certain cards that only last for like 24 hours or so, in that case, though, I would recommend selling your cards within about 2 hours or so, as then people are going to start doing the SBCs and the prices will drop down. Whereas if it's a repeatable SBC, like a guaranteed Team of the Week one that lasts the whole week, then I think the cards are going to rise in value after the first couple of days. So that's when I'd recommend selling your investments. I've told you when to buy them as well, how to prepare for FUT birthday. So just kind of recap on everything for people who may not have fully understood everything in the video. So you want to buy your investments as soon as possible. You want to sell your investments either before the SBCs come out or a couple of days after the SBCs have come out, if it is a guaranteed Team of the Week SBC or anything that lasts the whole week. If it is something that only lasts 24 hours or so, for example, for a card like we saw during FUTmas, I would recommend selling after about 2 hours or so. To buy during the market crash, I would recommend going and getting some informs. For example, this week we have people like Heaton and Berkey, who are high rated 84 rated cards that are quite cheap. If there's any cards like that during the next Team of the Week, go and pick those up during lightning rounds or Friday, as well, as that's when the FUT Champions rewards come out and a lot more informs get listed up on the market. You can try and snipe the cards or get them on bid, and that's when I would recommend going and getting your cards. And then to prepare for the market crash, I'd recommend selling expensive high-rated gold cards like Aguero, Messi, Ronaldo, Bale, anyone like that. And also lower-rated cards that are expensive, so Dembele, Martial, people like Walker and Bellerin as well. You want to be selling those cards. The only ones you really want to keep in your club are cards that's at 83, 84 and 85 are the cards that are relatively cheap that you're keeping as investments, and also any informed cards that aren't really expensive, as their prices won't really be affected at all. Any longer term investments like that, keep hold of them, as well as one to watch cards, as again their prices won't really be affected too much. But if you do have any really expensive informs, I would recommend selling them just so you free up some coins to go and do some trading, investing and do some SBCs. So hopefully this video has helped you out. Leave a like if it has, subscribe if you are new around here. Definitely do go and check out the video uploaded yesterday on the best investments to pick up, link down below in the description. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.